for dragging yourself in here on a Sunday. It's very good of you. Sunday, Saturday, I kind of think, oh, people work on a Saturday, but Sunday, it's a special effort. So thank you very much.
It was, and it was an effort, believe me. We've been rehearsing for Lear until last night, and I thought I'm going to have today off. And then I looked at my schedule, and I thought, oh, gosh, I got to go into
Is that what you thought?
No.
Oh, gosh.
But I was told I better watch my language here. So I thought, golly, I got to get up early in the morning.
Where are you doing Lear? Where are you doing Lear?
At the Almeida.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
When does that start?
On February the 8th is previews, 15th is the opening night, and the 30th is the end of the day, end of the run. So get in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a start to the year, isn't it?
Is it ever?
Yeah, no rest for the wicked. Wow.
Or the blessed.
Or the blessed. You are blessed. But we might talk about Lear some more in a little bit, but let's talk about Truelove. Yeah. A couple of episodes have been on Channel 4, but because of the way people watch TV now, I guess we shouldn't do any spoilers.
No.
But just the pitch for this show is so great. Tell the people who you are and what the kind of the premise of the show is.
Okay, the premise of the show is really about old friends. I mean, septuagenarians all getting together again. They've known each other in their teens, and they've come together as we do at this age. Our friends are leaving us behind, so you have more funerals than you have weddings, these days, So they're at a funeral, they meet, and they make a pact to help each other if life should get very difficult.
Yeah.
But at the same time, that it isn't just about that. It's about the friendship between two teenage lovers who've seen each other after 50 years again. It's about the friendship of old people coming together and throwing up all the politics that happened when they were teens, the jealousies and all of that kind of stuff. I don't know what else to tell you about that.
Well, I mean, I think you're right. The assisted dying element it's very kind of zeitgeisty. It's very.
It couldn't be better.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, there were certain words I'm not allowed to mention here, but it's just the way that the world is now. This is the conversation people are having.
Yeah, and also what I love about the show is it's a version of old age I recognize. Yeah. Because so often when old age is depicted, it's a bit Miss Marple, and it's just like that's not what old people are like now.
No, not at all. Old people are. You wouldn't be surprised, but
no, I wouldn't be surprised. Hello,
but for all
I know we're on the radio, but
for all you youngsters out there, we're not walking around in canes and walkers and all that kind of stuff, and we still have those same urges you have now. In your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and some of us even before then. I don't know.
Well, because what I love, because you guys, that you speed, you drive back, you speed in your cars, you're drinking, you're having sex.
Yeah.
It is what old people are like.
That's right. Well, and why should it be any different?
Yeah.
Really, whatever the illusion is or that's been imposed on us that old people are decrepit, old things. I bought a place a couple of years ago in Portugal just to garden. And believe me, getting down into the garden at my age, I'm thinking I feel like I'm in my 20s without my mother telling me to go rake the garden or whatever.
Yeah.
And I love it, and it feeds me and makes me feel young as well.
Yeah. And also I think it's really good to remember that you probably have more time than you think you do.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. And time is a relative kind of thing as well. When my son is in the studio, he gets up, he goes to the studio, he sits there for hours. He comes on home, he has something to eat, he goes back, and he's there till 3 o'clock in the morning. And he wakes up at 2 o'clock in the afternoon thinking, I've got to rush around to do. I'm thinking, son, you've been asleep for the past 4 hours, that you could have been up doing things. It's not life is forcing you to do things when you're older. You have choices. That's what you realize, is that you have a choice to do things when you get older.
Yeah.
You're not being forced to do it. If you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you could say, oh, leave me alone. I'm too old.
Yeah, you can use it as an excuse when you need to. I imagine that this was a lovely thing for all the actors because it's a great cast. It's you, Lindsay Duncan, Peter Egan's in it.
Yes.
Who else?
Sue Johnston.
Yes. Carl Johnson.
Oh, yes.
Because presumably, normally, if you're in something, you play... that
person.
guy. You play the one.
That's right.
So for you all to be together must be fabulous.
When you are the oldest person in a young cast, there's certain things that young people don't understand. And when I say young, I'm saying 40s. You think you might be old, but there's still time for you to forget lines or to realize you have to take your time and that you have to listen a little bit more. So in some instances, you forget your lines and you feel panicked because the youngsters are there. Here, with a bunch of old folks, you forget your line, you go, don't worry about it, baby. It'll come back around. Don't worry. Yeah, we got you. So it's like that. We support each other in that respect, know. And it's a lot more fun. And I think that because of that, we touch on something real inside of ourselves at this age. And we bring to the role a certain truth that can only be rooted in your life experiences. Yeah. And those truths vibrate or resonate with people who are watching or who are listening because whether you realize it or not, you at 40 years old are hardwired to the same truths that I am, at 70.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the writing is really good. Like that bit when you're all sitting around after the funeral at the very beginning, you believe those friendships. You believe that you've known each other for all those years.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that at some point in time we did have an impromptu conversation about what life was like with friends in our teens, And there was a certain strand that went through all of us that sort of brought us to that moment, whether it's the same songs that we all listen to or a dance move, or a joke,
It's a gorgeous show. It's called Truelove. 2 episodes have been on already. It continues on Wednesday and Thursday next week on 9 o'clock, Channel 4. And, of course, it'll all be on all 4. It's there to be enjoyed. Do you know what I've never found out? How did you end up here? You came here, was it in the 1970s you came here?
73. I was invited to come over to demo a song.
Oh, okay.
I was living in Paris at the time. I'd just come back from working with the Royal Theatre of Geneva, doing showboat or some nonsense like that.
Yeah.
And I got a call from a friend who said, come over, I need you to demo a song with me, Essex Music on Poland Street. I said, okay. So I came on over, I did the demo, I went back, and then I got a call. When I got back, they said, come on over, we want to join, they want us to make a group. I said, a group? That's the last thing in my mind. I was trying to find some theater. But I came on over, we did a group. July 17th, 1973, I signed a contract. November 17th of the same year, we were at the Royal Albert Hall with Shirley Bassey giving David Frost some award. And I thought, this is where the Lord wants me to be. So, we stayed together for a few years. The group broke up. I went right back into theater and met the wonderful Ned Sharon, who I have to say was my mentor for the next 4 or 5 years.
Oh, Ned.
Ned.
Oh,
loved him.
He was so kind to me as well, because I used to be on Loose Ends on Radio 4, and he was so kind and encouraging and generous. Yeah.
Encouraging, there was... I could get a little emotional, not having that brother around, and I feel like he's a brother, but I would not be where I am in England had it not been for Ned. To encourage me, who saw something. I didn't know exactly how to go about it. I didn't do drama school, but he and another friend made sure that I had the right tutors for elocution and dance and for singing. Ian Adams, vocal. I mean, just wonderful cats who I think, I'm a product of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you've made your life here. Have you ever been tempted to go back to America, or have you gone back for a long time?
Well, we went back for The Wire and for
Force of the Wire, yeah. Yeah.
But other than that, no. Here, I feel comfortable here. You know, with all the politics and the tension in America, I don't really feel sometimes welcome. You know, and I know that might be a bad thing to say, but as a black man driving down the road, you know, you just don't know whether the lights behind you is going to be the last lights that you see that come flashing up. You know, and for me, that's a very real thing. You know, since 1958, I've been terrorized by the racism in America. You know, and so. It's not like it's not here.
As you were saying that, I was thinking,
but it's not as violent here, you know.
Well, there are fewer guns, I guess.
Yes, you know, and so, you know, you take your life seriously, you know, and the things that I want to do, but I'm looking now to get. Well, we have a place in Portugal, so I'm looking to spend more time there. You know, a place where
you've got your garden.
I got my garden.
And presumably you'll need to do some gardening after Lear. So you play the fool in Lear at the Almeida.
I play the fool in Lear. Yes, I do.
Okay.
And did we talk about when we open up and all that?
You did say it, but say it again.
Okay. Lear at the Almeida, January the 8th. February the 8th is when we begin previews. The 15th is when we open, and it goes until the 30th of March. Danny Sapana is playing Lear, and
I'm playing the fool. What can I say?
Yeah, Yale Farber is directing, and it's a lovely company.
Wow, 30th of March.
30th of March is when we finish.
I know.
And
I feel for you. The garden will need you by then. Yeah, and it'll be lovely. It'll be spring in Portugal.
That's right. I'll be picking up my greens and my fruit, and I'll just, you know, I'll live off the land.
What a lovely life you have, Mr. Peters. Congratulations on everything. Thank you so much for coming in to see us. The show is Truelove. Clarke Peters stars as Ken in Truelove. It's on Channel 4. Check it out. It is a really interesting, fresh take on a really, a kind of a very pressing subject. It is on Channel 4 on Wednesday, Thursday at 9 o'clock, and King Lear kicks off on the 8th of February at the Almeida. Take care of yourself, sir.
Thank you.
Go back to bed. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Bye.